the other one.
Yeah, I got it right, yeah. Second.
Amanda, do you want to call to order? So
Yeah.
recording is going.
Okay, we'll call this, meeting back to order.
Out of recess?
Out of recess.
Out of recess. So we're looking at 11:30.
One thing, it's just an idea. I just kind of scrolled through and then I got down toward the bottom, is the whole procedure on how committee meetings run. Maybe that would be an easier place to start. It's like, let's just talk about how the committees run, because the other one is like, what does the budget committee cover? Then you have to list that stuff, but, and it's pretty short. That's just an idea. And then we get that done. You know, allow for public participation, notice of committee meetings provided. And then committee meetings again.
Are you on P2? 11:30?
No, I'm P1,
On P1.
right at the end, page 5 and 6 is where I was, but maybe I just
Oh,
have ADD and I'm jumping all over.
So Ken, you're at committee meetings. Committees will meet when required to address specific issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just picking something that might be a little easier to go through right now. I think they'll sound good, then you get to that third paragraph, that's where we change the names again for our committees.
yeah.
It talks about minutes and. Do we need to, there I'm jumping all over the place. Do we need to put like recording and, do we need to be specific that says that there will be a video recording and will be posted on the website? Do we have to actually state that stuff?
Well, it says provided the same way as regular board meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if the intent is, so if it's to, I think that probably discussion needs to happen. So, because as of today, we're recording and posting it, as opposed to not offering the live stream option.
Oh.
Yeah, because
You know, so that would be
live
different.
board meetings is live streamed
Yeah.
and recorded.
Yeah.
But just, you know, it's draft minutes will be provided for review and, you know, recording will be made and posted on the website. Just somehow add that in there. I think the more we cover our bases, the more.
Committee meetings will be provided in the same way as regular board
Yeah.
meetings.
Okay.
So maybe after that second sentence, except as provided for in Montana law, all committee meetings shall be open meetings, and then put in there, committee meetings shall not be live streamed, but are recorded and posted.
What page are you on?
5,
5,
the bottom of 5.
right after
Under
general
general
provisions for committee meetings.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I was down at that last one where it's under committee records and reporting, which that's where I would probably put
Oh,
how we're gonna make it
yeah.
public. That's the last, top of page 6.
Oh,
Mhm.
That kind of fits for me. It's like, you know, the committee will take
Yeah, that's
minutes
true.
pursuant to the law, this, they will be recorded and posted on the website. Or whatever you wanna say. That way you don't have to say it's not live stream, just like this is what we're doing for committee meeting.
Okay, so what is that? Draft minutes will be made available to the committees for review following committee meeting will be presented. And then a sentence there.
Yeah, after that one, even just, you know, all committee meetings will be recorded and posted on the website.
Mhm.
So simple.
Within 5 days, is that what we said?
Yeah, that would be good. You know, it says committee chairs may provide a written or oral report to the board at the regular board meetings. That's kind of what we do already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Other than just adding that. But the majority of the members of the committee shall constitute a quorum. Do we do that now, or if as long as you have 2 of us, then, because the committees are usually 3. We try to get it covered.
Mm-hmm.
If there's just two, we can keep going. But
For all
that's,
committees,
There has been somewhere to limit to.
yeah, so I think that's good to leave in there.
you are all over the place.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah,
Lord.
I just went back now.
you're going,
Back up.
you're
I'm back up to
doing it
five.
backwards
Yeah, I'm gonna
now.
Did you
Should we
drink
start at
it?
the top?
Just on the bottom of page 5. The last sentence, all committees, a majority of the number of members of the committee shall constitute a quorum. That's 2. Okay, I'm done. I think different sometimes, I shouldn't do that.
No, you're all right, because I want to go back up to the first paragraph.
Oh,
The
that
whole
one?
document?
No,
Or that
under
section.
general provisions for committee meetings.
Oh.
Committee chairs and superintendent are responsible for planning, providing notice, and convening meetings of their committees.
Yeah, you could add that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how we do board agendas too. Unless Kelly really
Do we have the
wants
same
to.
documents, you guys?
We're in
Page
P1.
5, general provision, first paragraph, to allow,
To allow for full, okay, yeah. To allow for full notice of committee,
so last sentence.
committee chairs. Oh, you want to say and superintendent?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't want you to feel left out.
I got it. Committee chairs and superintendent. Okay, yep.
Who's the administrative liaison?
Yeah, I would almost say, Don, that paragraph could come out,
Mhm.
and it's covered by the one that we just added.
Yeah.
Committee chairs are responsible for planning, providing notice, and convening.
Yeah, I'd take that.
That next paragraph can come out.
I think so too, yep.
We don't have those.
I can back up to that first one.
No.
It-
Yeah.
It says plan, well, it says planning, but it doesn't say prepare an agenda.
So
What's that
for
next one?
planning,
Planning, providing,
notice, yeah,
why don't we say planning, providing,
Preparing an agenda,
preparing an agenda, having.
providing
snacks.
notice and convening.
there we
Just-
go.
Yeah.
Then you can get rid of the next sentence and just move the preparing agenda.
Yep, got it.
Good thing you read backwards.
I know, I turned my computer upside down. I don't focus sometimes on what I should be focused on.
So are we good with all of that one then?
Mm-hmm.
So under committee meetings, things we're going backwards. Bing's policy meets monthly, do we need to specify that, or do we wanna just leave it?
No, because we don't have to. That's just what
Do we
we
just
said.
I think you just say we'll meet as needed on all,
Yeah.
I would say on all of them.
Because if we say we're meeting monthly and then we don't.
Mhm.
As needed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to split a meeting and just like put another one in the middle.
And we can do that too.
I think
Just trying to keep it fresh.
just say the business, I'm not gonna say anymore.
So do we want to start with, so their first one is,
Are you going back to the top of the
oh,
document?
my computer just died.
Oh,
I have my cord.
do you have my cord? I'm fully charged. now.
Sorry.
I'm back at the top.
I would love to start from the top.
Yeah, we got the bottom done.
The OCD people need to start at the top.
Almost done, it's not done yet, because we have to list the names of committees. If we start at the top, the first thing we need to do is get rid of all those names that they have and put in the committees that we have.
Yes.
List each committee that we as board members are assigned to. And I don't know who has the
You
official.
wanna list each board member who is assigned to each
No,
committee?
it's just, it says the board has four governing, no, I want to, the board has policy committee, activities committee, hiring committee, Facilities committee, what else is it? Is that it?
No,
Oh,
Whatever there is.
I'll go get the list.
I think
I
those
have
should,
it.
I think
Yeah.
those should
Yeah.
be listed.
Yes.
You know, get rid of what up there and say these are
Yeah,
the-
modify it for us.
the ones that apply to us.
Mhm.
So you just change that whole thing, and then, once we get that, then each of the next paragraphs will come right off of the name of that committee, like, I just read your email, because.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 committees.
Then then I think they should be listed there, that whole paragraph,
Do you want them alphabetical?
your call, I don't care if you do them upside down. Or at the bottom of the.
I want them established, so whichever was established first.
There's no way.
So we'll have to do an audit of.
Right, I'll
all
look back
of the
through all
board.
the minutes.
Perfect. It might already be that way, because budget is at the bottom.
Well, do it alphabetical then. Activities, that's what's most important.
Activities, building and
I
grounds.
thought policy was most important, that's why.
Well, not alphabetical.
Activities, budget,
And we call
Okay,
building
let's
and
move on. What do we
grounds
got?
10 different things.
Let's do them alphabetic.
so activities.
Activities,
Wait, are these governing committees,
These are our governing committees,
Are
correct?
they governing committees or just?
or are they
committees?
operations
Or
committees?
just board
Oh.
committees?
they're just our board.
These are just our, yeah, 'cause this is
Just
what
board
we
Well, we
do
can
here.
change that header there,
Yep, let's change, let's just go committees.
yeah,
Okay, the board has, how many?
8, 7, I thought you said 7.
2,
Board committees, because they're not.
yeah, 7, sorry.
We could add some more if you want, Dawn.
What's the
Okay,
new one?
Alicia, you got them?
I'm not.
Yes, activities, budget, building, hiring, negotiations, policy, transportation.
So when I call it facilities, but it's building and grounds.
I-
Building and ground.
Yeah,
I gotta
The
change
official
that.
name.
I'm
I
using the
call it
wrong,
facilities too.
but I'm making, I'm using the
Can
wrong.
we change it to facilities?
this would be the time.
Because it is buildings and grounds and, well, facilities.
Facilities is everything.
Facilities does cover.
One word, all of our other policies are one word.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't wanna have more than one word. in
That's what I
there.
call it, even though
It's
it's
facilities.
Let's call it that.
always been.
I think it confuses some people.
Yeah, it's been building and grounds as far as back as I have.
Okay,
At least it confuses.
and then do we break them all out? Is that what you guys wanna do?
Yes,
Okay, so starting with activities.
Actually, all, the rest of the next couple pages can be just white,
mm-hmm,
for the most part.
So what do we wanna put for the mission of activities?
To ensure the proper color.
To discuss the mascot
The logo.
bird.
So let's think back,
Activities,
why don't we have a mascot?
we
We
do
don't
have
have
a
a person
mascot.
in a costume running around.
we do.
We do.
We do.
It kinda just depends on like what, if we
get the
have
right
that,
kid.
if we have that right person. A couple of years ago, we had a really good one, and
He got a scholarship up to, was it Butte?
Butte.
so, yeah.
To Butte, he got a scholarship to be a mascot at Butte.
This last year we didn't have it.
No, we were without. So activities, hiring,
Head coach.
head coach.
Hiring a head coach.
Interviewing and hiring. No,
Well,
hiring.
interviewing and recommending,
Yeah, recommending.
can't
for-
hire.
To assist in the hiring, process
Mm-hmm.
for head varsity coaches. Review of,
Athletic handbook.
is it too specific to say that, or?
I think we wanna keep it kind of general.
Overseeing,
Well, what do you talk about when you go to the meetings?
Yeah, so
What do you do at the meetings?
just hammer that out. So activities, we'll get together, when we're doing the head coach, varsity head coach hire. We'll get together this year, we did the activities handbook, that was kind of a task that was delegated to them. So, I'm trying
And
to,
then
Pretty
uniforms.
Yep, uniform,
I would say each of those could be a bullet.
bullet it like that to that level of specificity.
Recommend to the full board the annual budget. What is a major operational planning program?
If there was like a new sport proposed to the district, they would review it, correct?
Co-op.
Co-ops or, like I've heard a lot about golf. If golf was something to be added.
So like a
they
new,
would
if we're
look
gonna
at
add a
it.
new sport.
We used to have golf.
Here?
Rice Turk was the golf coach.
Where did they practice?
Went up on the football field and then he took a van and drove to Laurel all the time. Play golf.
Montana have rodeo?
It's not MHSA sanctioned.
Do you
Yes,
need
that
anything in
way.
there about co-ops? Because we do the co-op with wrestling and softball.
Yeah, mhm.
Maybe that,
Review the co-op agreement.
yes, thank you. Something like that, just thinking of what
And
else.
doesn't athletics review, or there, somebody from the athletics department is on the committee to review stipends?
Yeah, if we make changes, because that's been pulled out of the CBA, that's the athletic director, usually the high school, middle school principal, union representation, they get to have input, and administration.
And then, does the activities have anything to do with like FFA and BPA and the science club and?
Shouldn't it be all activities?
Has not traditionally,
What
Only
would they
been
do with
sport.
those other activities?
yeah, so I guess the question would be, is the activities committee responsible for hiring, like the BPA advisor?
I don't
Or
think
the
they should.
FFA advisor?
Because those ones are covered
Yeah, those are
under the
co-curricular.
CBA,
Yeah.
so I think that's why it never has been.
I'm just trying to think of like an umbrella statement. So I think that's a good list of right, what they do, right? So we've got assist in the hiring process, review the coach's handbook, which is kind of like activity policy, review of co-ops, addition of new sports and stipends. Could you say something like review, and I'm just looking down at some of the language down here, operational policies and procedures related to activities.
Because it
And is
just,
that enough of an umbrella statement that it would encompass all of those tasks?
because aren't they kind of activities, it came out of them to do the activity pass and the participation pass.
I think that was
and the
proposed,
drug-
I think that was proposed at a administrative level,
Oh, okay.
setting but that would be it, right? I think that would be a policy or a procedure related to activities.
Whether to change or increase or decrease of
Yep.
gate passes.
Is gate set by NHSA, Bill?
No, you can set the gate at the school, at the district level. You can set that or at our level, what we try to do is keep it in parallel to what Red Lodge is charging, so that's the district. We like to keep all the gate prices the same so people kind of know what they're getting. Is that too vague? Review operational policy and procedures related to activities?
No, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think we leave it at that, and then
Yeah.
all those things kind of fall under there. Okay, budget. So what we do in budget is we review past month's claim. Today we went through kind of the year ends, fiscal year end transfers. I previewed with them the August budget adoption presentation, took input on that. Do they have a budget committee? School District 2 in there?
What was that one that they had a completely separate policy for procedure? They have a complete separate one for budget.
Yeah, budget committee,
It's
budget.
P3.
One. Two, okay.
Citizen Advisory
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. With reviewing the budget of the district, it's critical.
It's in that email.
It's on page 12 on my budget committee.
That email had 6 attachments, all relating to 11:30.
Well, they have an error. Budget committee oversight, the planning and development committee is charged with recommending to the full board the annual budget.
Well, the one above says it scrutinizes and makes recommendations to the planning and development committee.
Oh.
So budget reviews then gives it to planning and development and they do the full board.
What if we just put the budget committee charged with reviewing the budget of the district?
Yeah.
I like that, and I actually like that last sentence too, that it may also
Yeah.
review long-term financial projects of the district.
Yeah.
The chair of the budget committee shall be the vice chair of the board of trustees.
You can change
I
that.
don't think.
What does that have to do with it? I mean. Oh, they have more on their,
They do, I think they do a lot more with budget.
Yeah. I mean, the committee shall consist of 7 members.
Mm-hmm.
that's our whole board.
How big is their board though?
Well,
Do they-
only 2 of which shall be board members, 5 shall be community members.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, and the community members have to, ideally, will have a demonstrated record of managing large businesses or organizations. Or
We don't
possess
need that.
significant financial knowledge.
CPAs and CEOs
Yeah,
or CFOs. But they also have to serve on the planning and development committee and it's a 2-year term.
yeah.
So,
Okay, so we got the budget committee is charged with reviewing the budget of the district. The budget committee may also review long-term financial projections. Okay. Which one's next?
building and grounds, or we can change it to facilities if we want.
Facilities, yeah.
And it's even still alphabetical.
Okay. So facilities committee needs to kind of analyze, well, technically the walkthroughs. Technically the walkthroughs are facilities committee meeting.
Building needs,
Yeah.
you know, repair needs or upgrades,
Mm,
hazard issues, I don't know how you cover all that stuff. In a general statement.
The facilities committee is charged with reviewing the facilities of the district.
You know, there's so many things under there, you know, the access, the safety, the doors, all that stuff.
Yeah, the future planning, which facilities did a lot this year with working with the architects and kind of fitting that strategic plan.
And that could be like a second one, you know, because part of it is we do everything with the buildings we have and what do we do with here. The other one is what's our future.
Mhm.
So two statements.
Basically the same budgets, the same statement as budget.
Yeah. The facilities committee is charged with reviewing the facilities of the district and ensuring long-term, what's the word there? Ensuring long-term
Goals and
Sustainability.
improvement.
Yeah, sustainability.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah,
of the facilities.
we can take a lot of pages out, we can just make them good and short.
Okay, next.
Do we need to put, sorry, I'm a slow thinker here tonight. Do we need to put anything in there about our committees following our strategic plan?
Use tack on in line with the strategic plan of the district at the end.
Sorry.
That could be
That could be the
part of
top
your-
paragraph.
Yeah.
the preamble or whatever it is, and then I don't think it's necessary within the defining
Perfect.
scopes.
You put up there to cover all
Activities, budget, what's next?
Alright.
of them. Committee is hired.
Tasked with interviews of potential hires.
And developing the platform,
Hiring procedures or
The HR
the HR
platform.
platform. That's pretty much the work that
Mm-hmm,
that committee did.
yeah.
Determination of, so this would fall under the human resource platform though, right? Determination of new vacancies.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you very much could say is charged with assisting the hiring process and maintaining the human resource platform or
Yeah.
something like that. I'd be charged with, assisting hiring process and, resource platform. Next.
Negotiations.
The negotiations committee.
Negotiates with the teachers union
the CBA or reviewing language.
Mm,
to maintain a current CBA agreement.
JTA, on CBA. Okay. Next,
Policy.
policy.
I emailed
What do
you.
What are we charged with? Amanda, what do you charge us with? Policy.
She had
The committee reviews current policies, develops new policies as needed, and updates existing policies to comply with state and federal laws and guidelines.
Committee
I think I
reviews.
read that somewhere.
The committee reviews current policy, develops new policies, and.
Go to your email and copy and paste.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
already
email?
written.
Same email?
No, I just sent you one.
Oh, you, oh,
Yeah.
sweet, I was like, I can't dig on that. Beautiful, got it.
Well, and you can get rid of the committee meets monthly.
Okay.
If everyone's okay with that statement.
yes. Why didn't you do that for all
I can only own this one.
Hey, you're the negotiations chair now, you gotta own that one too.
Oh, are you sharing that too?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I forgot.
Can't we just
You're
make it-
chair of negotiations?
Well, you got 2 years off, you're fine. You may not be on it next time we meet.
We should start meeting now.
I
Okay,
Depends on
next.
who's on the other side.
Transportation.
Who's the chair of that? Is it Kim?
John.
Oh, John, what do we got?
We meet to order, maintain our fleet of vehicles. I mean, they could be in charge of doing all the report or picking out new vehicles, the school vehicle too.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a student transportation handbook? Like a bus driver handbook?
Yeah, bus
Yeah.
driver handbook
I would put that in there.
approved a couple months ago.
Yeah,
We
I remember
did,
that.
this committee did do it.
Yeah, I would put
We
that
did that in one time to get that.
We got it done,
handbook all
yeah.
done,
in. Oh, great. Sit down, shut up.
pretty much.
Well, it's pretty straightforward.
It is.
Yeah.
How many
But I
pages
mean-
is it?
But we had every bus driver there.
But I mean, that would be a good thing on the committee.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you gotta have more than like one bullet.
Okay, so reviewing operational policy and procedure, and accounting for, maybe that's not the right word, for the fleet.
Yeah.
Assessing.
Recommending updates or changes in the
Sustainability
transportation.
of the fleet.
Assistant, yeah.
Assistant maintenance.
You'll come up with some words.
Well, and you guys review the maintenance, like, you know what I mean, it's just,
We do review
Yeah.
the maintenance
yeah, it's just
logs.
kind of,
Yeah,
you know,
and ensuring
keeping
good
it-
operation of the fleet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause that includes so much more than,
Yeah. Next,
They're picking buses.
7.
Mhm.
When, Amanda, what do you think on that one? Put that into a document P1
Mhm.
and then making it up for first reading? Okay, perfect.
So I wondered, about, I lost it. So they have, guidelines for the committees. Do we need to put together guidelines? So like how the trustees are appointed to the, so it's in P1, they're 1130 P1, and it's committee operating guidelines on page 4 of 6. Like it might not hurt to have something there about like how and when.
Chair of the Board of Trustees will annually.
On P1, what page?
Members of
4 of 6.
Okay.
We would've got there, Amanda, if you would've let me keep going back.
There is a policy that says the chair appoints, but we've never done that. We've always just,
Well, because there's been usually a pretty good consensus, but I do think that you should, I think that the board chair should retain that
yeah,
in the event that you have disagreement. Because there's no other way
Just
to,
change the names.
yeah.
yeah.
And each one is assigned to one, are we each assigned to at least 2?
Everybody is signed to at least 2, like,
Yeah. And then they keep listing
Except
all
for-
ones.
yeah.
Well, I guess in our general 1130 policy, it says the board chairperson shall appoint trustees to serve on such committees.
Yep.
Yeah. But I do like how it says each board member shall be assigned to
Mm-hmm.
2,
Minimum of 2.
minimum of 2.
Well, you kind of blew number 6 there, Amanda. I don't think you're on a full year when you started serving as a committee chair.
Yeah.
I think we have it so that everybody but Craig is a chair at least once. 1, 2,
Well, we have 8 members and 7.
6. Who are the 2 that aren't? Oh, Karen.
Or she's not.
Karen's not a chair on anything anymore. We
Um,
made Kelly step up.
Only trustees serve as members of the committees.
Yep.
I think that's a good statement.
I feel like I gotta take some different notes here with what we want.
We did advisory task force. Or
I don't think we need to include all this stuff. Like,
I don't think so.
A couple points, like,
I don't think so either.
you know, that the committees are made up of, that only trustees can serve as on a committee, that everybody's on at least 2 committees.
I don't know.
And I like that the superintendent,
Yes, it's
the
listed.
number 3
Ex
there.
officio.
Yeah.
You don't have to use that word, but yeah.
You don't
You're
like
not
that
a
word?
voting member of
Hopefully they don't see
all
that.
board committees. I don't necessarily like number 5, but that's just me. I mean, that's already kind of a given.
I don't think we need that in there.
No, I don't think so either.
Or number 6.
No. Number 7's interesting though. Does everything?
Mm-mm.
Well, in buildings, they would have to have everything go through their
Well, yeah, and
committees.
they're bigger.
And their committees are more,
Operational,
yeah,
yeah.
but they also have how many?
We could just take a look at, so this month, hiring, assistant volleyball coach, that didn't go, through a committee. Classified staff didn't go through a committee. Handbooks did. The MTSBA did not go through, policy did. So we're kind of, like
Mm-hmm.
50-50. I think there's enough.
Yeah,
I don't think we want to put everything through
No.
a committee that's going to gum up the process unless Kelly wants to meet more.
I was
They
thinking,
do
I
have
can't,
rates.
I can't meet anymore.
I don't think we need number 7.
I'm on number 12.
Well, you're going backwards.
We'll meet at 10 or 9.
I don't think we need the rest of them.
No, I think we need only trustees can serve, if that's what we want to do, right? So there was
Yeah,
the statement
that's
in
what I
there that, local business people should sit on committees.
That's different, that's school district 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. At least 2 committees for each of the trustees and then superintendent,
Mhm.
non-voting member. Got it.
I do kind of like number 9. Maybe that's just a weird view.
Should be
Like if we
built into-
come into a hurdle, there's like a fallback for us to go take that to the board, or do we need that?
And that has come up. That has come up where it's like, we need to discuss this as a full board.
Mhm.
But then there's the other side is, well, we were selected for the committee to do that, which just came up in the board meetings too, but
Mhm.
I see both sides, but if it's serious enough, we have something to fall back on. say,
Yeah,
I think we could still, at this point in time, I think we can still make that decision as a committee.
as a committee,
Right.
because if you're a
This is-
committee of 3 and there's no I guess you could have a consensus with 2, but, not everybody, if the 3 of them are like, yeah, it could,
I
Well,
feel
how
like
much-
we
how
have
much
that
of the
issue.
stuff-
I think we have, and then we have taken it to the full
Yeah.
board.
Well, the things that we do in the committees still go to the full board anyway.
Right.
Anything we do in policy has to be recommended and read
Yeah.
and go through the board. Hiring has to go through the board.
Mhm.
In transportation, we get a bus, you do a handbook, it all goes through the full board anyway.
Mhm.
I don't think you have to say that.
I think just the nitty gritty dirt work comes down to the committee.
And then we
Otherwise, our
provide-
board meetings would be,
No, you could, but it would be really hard to do policy efficiently
Mhm.
in a full board.
Yeah,
and actually read the policies
Yeah.
and be, yeah.
I think any of those committees the same way,
Mhm.
to have everybody.
Yeah, budget alone.
Yeah,
I think it would be a good idea to send out those definitions to everybody before, like, we bring this policy next
Mhm.
month.
Okay.
Just to see if anybody has strong feelings about,
do we want to put in there though that we would like at least 2 terms on each committee, or, and
That
not
was
change it
mentioned in
yearly?
here too.
Is
Well,
it mentioned on here somewhere?
it's mentioned in there somewhere that they
It's later,
rotate.
so Ken he was on the latter end of the, I did see it on here
I
somewhere.
did too, Kelly.
2 fiscal.
Oh, 10.
page
Yeah, to
10.
ensure rich and diverse.
Yeah, there was something about 2 fiscal year cycles.
No committee chair or member should serve a term of more than 2 consecutive years on any committee. But then, you run into negotiations.
I think sometimes
then-
it's okay to have people that have more expertise or
Mhm.
experience to just stay there. I don't think you always need all three always the same.
Right.
But it sure would be nice to have at least one that retains and is always a carryover for
Mhm.
years, but I don't know if we have to put that in there, we could just do that, why do we have to state that,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, we all have the right to say, no, I think you need to move.
Feeling and wants to be on a specific committee.
They just
then
say
they need to speak up.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're closed committees, anybody can show up, so,
Yeah.
We'll let Dawn in.
yeah. But like, I like
Some
being
of us
on
come just for
policy and
energy.
and there's some committees that I'm just not gonna be able to be on. I'm likely never gonna be able to be on like hiring,
Mhm.
because those interviews are happening during business hours.
Mhm.
So, and especially, those years where there's a lot of interviews or a lot of applicants for a particular position, I just can't do that.
Well, and like for you to be on policy, you're so detail oriented or whatever it is you are, you're awesome with policy.
I agree.
You don't have a
Sometimes.
choice, you're not gonna be on there.
I agree that some people have, pretty specific skill sets
Mhm.
that are, better geared towards,
Right.
different committees, and to leverage that. And now you're hamstrung because you need to rotate
I
them,
don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, and negotiations, I think there's definitely value added. It was a huge learning curve for me going into that. And I think that would be time wasted if I didn't go through it at least once more,
Mhm.
you know? Cause it's a huge learning curve.
It's a big deal,
Yeah.
just going through spreadsheets and ours and theirs and yours and none of them are right till the end,
Yeah.
like,
Well, and just understanding how
there's just so much to it.
everything's different within the school system and that's
Mhm.
employment.
And just having background, I think too, because negotiations is only every couple of years.
Mhm.
Well, last time, this is what we,
Mhm.
were able to accomplish, and I think that's really helpful.
Well, yeah, if you have a whole new set of people on there.
And yeah, I think the biggest learning curve in that committee is understanding teacher perspective,
Mhm.
right? And how they read the CBA is really important,
And I would hope that they
Well, and
are
even,
happy with what we
Yeah.
did, because I think we treated them well.
Yeah.
In a lot of respects, and tried to help. We didn't give them everything, but I think we gave them a lot, and that's good. I think the younger teachers are pretty happy with their new pay, aren't they?
I'm happy that we're gonna qualify for that double educator payment.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's awesome.
It is, that's a huge step, because we've been wanting to do that for 3 years, and we haven't been able to do it to them.
So are we done with 11:30 then?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It's probably a good point to adjourn.
I think so, yeah.
perfect. I can go do some printing.